Welcome back to PennMicro. This is the last exercise and the most difficult exercise in the series of how to tie appropriately videos. In this exercise, we're going to use a ball of sticky tack, a paper clip that's opened up a little bit, and bone wax. So use the sticky tack to secure the paper clip to your underlying piece of paper so the paper clip is not moving. Now, the thing about bone wax is it's very, very easy to pull through. There's almost no resistance. This is the butteriest vessel you'll ever find. And we're basically going to take this ball of sticky tack, bone wax, and put it on the end of the paper clip, right? Just like that. Now we're ready to go. The purpose of this exercise is to be able to tie without pulling your needle, or rather your suture, through the ball of bone wax. So, just like always, load our needle properly. Junction of 2/3, 1/3 at the very tip, tangent to the tip, getting used to bringing in your suture from away from you. Hands in appropriate position. And now we're going to pass the needle, following the curve of the needle, through the bone wax. It's okay to stabilize the wax with your forceps if you need to. Now, if you don't follow the curve of the needle here, you won't be able to keep suture material from slicing through the bone wax. There's almost no resistance in the bone wax. Similarly, I can't pull the suture in a direction that's 90 degrees to where I put it in. It has to follow the same orientation. So I can use my forceps. This is exactly how you would do it if this was an artery. The point of this, you don't want the needle hole to get any bigger than it needs to be. All right, now, keeping a short strand, make my loop. It's anterior. Get in position such that my forceps and my needle driver are facing one another, are in the same plane. And when I say same plane, I don't mean that they're facing one another. I mean that they're facing one another and they're not like this. They're not 90 degrees to one another like this with my hands up in the air, or 90 degrees like this. They're both in both X and Y planes, very similar. And now, make my surgeon's knot. Reach. I've already discovered that I need an even shorter tail for this exercise. I'm going to make it even shorter. Surgeon's knot. There's my first knot. Bringing it down. Actually, I can see pretty clearly through the wax my loop. I don't have very much wax that I'm holding this in. So this is where this next part, where I'm suturing around my needle driver, is really key. Too much torque here, and I see I can't pull these evenly just yet because they're different lengths. Too much torque on this knot, and this will just pull right through. So we need, and you can see there's actually a little bit of gap. Hopefully if we zoom in, you can see between my first and second throw, just a little bit of gap. I need to tighten that up. There it is. Now that's tight. And my stitch is still in the ball of wax. This is 3. And what you want to do with this exercise is just see how many stitches you can get before this pulls out. 4. 5. 'When the strand is short, this is where you really need to be able to spin, and sometimes going around this curve is going to be hard for me to grab that. So, when you can't tie around your needle driver, Tie around your forceps. You can just keep doing this. Again, only the first row needs to be square. We've got to be in the 10s here. I'm going to stop here, but I'm going to show you just how easy this is to pull through. There it is. If I just a little bit more and it pulls out. So that's what makes this very, very hard. But you have a nice big ball of wax here. You can literally keep doing this, and you should.